Hi, it's Clayton from KickAss Products, and this is our new range of air compressors. Now, you might say to yourself, I've seen air compressors that look like that before. You probably have. It's a similar shape to a lot of the compressors on the market. No need to change that, but what we did have to change is make all the accessories and all the details kick-ass, because we've noticed that the competition have skimped and saved cost everywhere they possibly can, which isn't much good for you when you're on a camping trip and you need the bloody compressor to work. So what do I mean by that? Well, here's a cheap pressure gauge. I'll cover the brand up, but it's cheap, costs hardly anything. Ours is oil filled, this one's not. So the needle, if you ever used an air compressor before and the needle's bouncing all over the place, definitely gonna happen with this. It's probably gonna break. What's the point of saving money for something that's just not gonna work in the end? So look at this in comparison. It's a trigger gun, it's got an air release on it, and it's got an oil filled gauge. So I ask you to have a look online and find out how much one of these oil filled gauge trigger guns costs, and you'll understand why they're so much better and why we put them in the kit. Also, heavy duty Alligator clips. Everyone says heavy duty, but these are actually heavy duty. And the reason for that is the compressors do draw quite a bit of power and you want a good connection. Have you ever tried to use cheap jumper cables on your car and realize that your car doesn't start? You'll get what I mean. We've also made the cable thicker, and I'm going to do a video later where we take the cable out of the competitions, but the cable needs to be heavy duty to get the power to the air compressor to make it work properly. Now, if you look at the hoses on ours, we've spent the money and put stainless steel hose clamps. Now, from our experience, doesn't matter how good the hose is, over time it might wear, something might happen to it, someone might run over it, and if you're in the desert and you've got a sealed, permanently sealed fitting on the end of your hose, you're not going to be able to do anything about it. That's why we've decided to spend the money and put stainless steel hose clamps on there, so if you do have any problems, you can cut the hose and you can reconnect it. So they all seem like small things, but together they add up to take away all the pain of just saving a few dollars and having crap. Bags included, everything's included with it. This is a good quality bag. We found a lot of nylon bags and stuff like that out on the market, and the bag falls apart because the compressors are heavy. They're not, they're heavy. You got them in these nylon bags, and in the end it falls apart and all the parts and bits and pieces and your pressure gauges fall out. So I just went, not an add-on. You don't have to pay any extra for it. A good quality bag. You see you've got pockets on the inside in here. You've got two pockets on the outside. You can put all your bits and pieces in there. And we've used this material instead of canvas because we wanted to make it washable, because I've seen a lot of these end up disgusting over the years, full of oil and this and that. So you can chuck that in your washing machine as well and make it look kick-ass. Other things that we've done here is we've reinforced the brackets here. We found on a lot of other compressors, this is very, very thin and it tends to bend inwards. We've used nylock nuts everywhere. And one of the other things we found is that bolts were coming out on the compressors we tried. So we've made sure they're all nylock. So they've got the nylock, special nylock glue on there to keep it all together. So the reason you'd buy KickAss is there's no add-ons. You don't have to go and buy this and that on top of the base model. Everything's included. We even got spare air filters in there for you. And you've got the fittings to do your basketball and your air beds and all that kind of stuff included. It's a great quality product. We've put the KickAss touch to it to make sure that this thing and this thing over here are going to work for a long time. The 300 litre, and over here we've got the 160. So the 160 is very similar, a little bit more compact, not quite as fast as the 300, but comparatively good. So if you want to save a little bit of space, go for the 160. I'll put them side by side for you. Can you see that there? Just come over the top there for me. You can get a shot coming down. Okay, so bloody good KickAss compressors. We've paid all the attention to detail so you have a KickAss product. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.